All right. Next plot type is line plot. Okay, line plot can have just y-axis, and then the sequence of numbers are simply plotted. Or you could have an x-axis, which is time, which could be time. Okay. Now, line plot is mostly used in time series plots. Time series, okay, I don't know whether you're familiar with the term time series, are you? No? Time series is any data that is collected over time, regular intervals of time. Okay. So, one example would be temperature. What is the maximum temperature each day? So, you have data each day, what's the temperature? Okay. So, that would be a time series. Now, in a business context, it could be how many customer calls we got, or what is the total sales. So these are time series, or power consumption. In EPB, what was the power demand, peak demand? The common theme is that it is collected over time at regular intervals. Okay. Now you can plot the time series and a line plot, then you can see the ups and downs of the data over time. So that is the key for line plot. Okay, and here you can specify the color, marker, and line style. Okay, so we have marker. So for each time unit, so you have a marker, right? And then you connect the marks with a line. Okay. Now the marker had, it can be different shape. So that's what markers is. Okay, I have given here. Okay, and then the line can have two different properties. The type of line, okay, is it a straight line, unbroken, or is it hyphens, or is it hyphen dot, or dot 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 dot? So there are a lot of line styles. Okay, solid line, dash dot line, and so on. Okay, and then we have so these are the marker types: square marker, pentagon marker, star marker, and so on, triangle marker. And then we have the color of the second property of the line is what color it is. Okay, so here are the different colors for the line. Okay. All right, so let's look at how this is done. So now we're going to read the stock underscore px.csv. So let's take a look at that. Stock px underscore CSV. See here, that's our date. Okay, and then we have the data for stocks. Okay, American Airlines, Apple, GE, IBM, and so on. Right? All right. Okay, is that all right, everybody? So you read, and here it is. So we are promoting the first column to index, and then we are parsing dates automatically. Okay, there could be problems here. Maybe better to, especially because you see that the date here is not just the date part, it also has the time, which is 00000. That can mess things up sometimes. So you may want to, okay, so if you want to do that separately, then what you have to do is, let me show you how to do that. Okay. So you read just that, right? And then again, you see that you have that unnamed 0. So you can rename it what? Stock yeah. Or we can, so what we want to do is, what is the, so we rename columns to say date. All right, so now you see that the date has, date is like that. So what we can do is stock df date to I think it is PD to date time. Okay, and then is it format? Percentage y dash, is it month? Percentage month dash percentage d, is that it? Okay, so now all the zeros are gone now, right? And then we want to make date as the index. And how do you do that? Set index date. I think we have to do in place equal to true, and then start df check. All right. So now we have the date properly transferred. Okay. Now sometimes it may not matter. Okay, all those zeros may not matter, but sometimes the x-axis will get all clogged up. So it's not essential that we do this, but it is a good idea to do it. Okay. So now we have the date and all the stock prices, and then we plot. So the line plot function is just dot plot, and then you say what you want to plot, and that's it. It's pretty straightforward. Line plot is not all that difficult. Well, we've already done most of the formatting and everything, so it's quite easy. So here it is. You can specify color here. Let me see. Okay, so so it can be color, marker, and line style. Okay, you can just string them together. So like this. Okay, KO dash dash. Python will figure it out that you don't have to give it in any given order. So let's see, K 0 dash. Okay. So now you see K is black, but of course you can't really tell the difference, but because there's a lot of data there. Say you can try different. Well, of course, if you don't give a proper, let's see, P. Okay, so let's say V is not correct. So P is also not correct. So what is not right here? Two marker symbols. So V. All right. So here is another one. So there are those three things that the marker, the line style, and the line color. So those three things you can string them together as a string and specify that. Okay. The multiple lines, okay, so you just specify the columns you want to print. Okay, so here we are printing the entire data set, stock DF, and it has 6 different columns of data, so all 6 will be printed. And it will automatically choose the color and style, but if you want to individually do that, you can do that too. So here is multiple lines with individual format. Okay, so I have a format list here. Okay, that's one format. I'm giving only 2, dash and B. The third one will be default. So here is another one, here is another one, and so on. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 9 of them. You can have more than what you need. If you have less than what you need, then it's going to be a problem, because I'm going to use the for loop here. Okay, so we have the basic structure created here, the figure and the axis. Okay, and then I'm going to iterate through the columns. Okay, I'm iterating through columns 2 through 7. Stock underscore df dot columns. Okay, 0 and 1 are left out. Okay, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, 7 is not included, so it will go through that, and each of them will be plotted with the format list coming from format code coming from this list. Okay, so I is the index 0, 1, 2, 3. C is the name of the column. So for each format, label is automatically created, and you'll see the okay. Let me get rid of this size so you can see the whole thing. Well, even then it's a little bit better, I guess. Okay. So it automatically creates your legend for us, so with that label. Okay. Okay, do you understand this for loop? Okay. We have done this enumerate before, right? So I is the index number 0, 1, 2, 3. So that I is used here in the format list. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Make sure that this list doesn't run out of. Okay, I cannot be more than the number of strings, the codes that you have. So that's your number. C is when you're enumerating columns 2 through 7, it's going to be the name of the column. Okay, so what, 0? What are the columns we have? So 0 and 1 are not included. So it starts from GE. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 6, PP. So these are the So up to PEP. Okay. So it goes through and plots each of these lines individually. Okay. Of course, if you don't want to use the enumerate, you can do it individually too. So you can do AX dot plot and then again AX dot plot, again that. So you can do this 6 times without a for loop. Okay, each time specifying which column you want to print. Of course, that's not the right way to, I mean, the efficient way to do. So you should really be using the for loop. Okay. All right. So we'll do the your turn part next time, and hopefully we'll finish chapter 9 on Thursday. Okay. All right. See you Thursday.